As a young kid, I was like my first grade, I was doing amazing. Started second grade, I was doing just good. And like everything in Ukraine, it was like five, it's the highest score. I was getting fives in everything. And
Smart guy.
my parents were like, wow, what an awesome kid. And then we moved to Israel.
Ooh.
And everything went very fast downhill. My parents didn't knew the language. They couldn't communicate with the teachers. I started like as an immigrant kid, you start getting bullied, so you had to fight back. So my mind was not in the school. My mind was like how I'm getting out of this fight today, how faster I learn the language so I can start answering and protecting myself, because they were saying a bunch of things and I had no idea what it is. So the distance between me and my parents started growing. They had no idea what's going on in school, and they also couldn't help me because they don't understand the language. They couldn't be sitting with me and saying, hey, learn this the way my mom and my dad used to do it in Ukraine. So I just became a downhill child. And with the years, yeah, the black sheep for sure, black cat, however you want to call it, the black swan. I was that kid. And year after year, until I was in teen and finished barely passing the bar to finish the school, barely. Until then, and it's been years and years and years, and I was thinking, okay, I'm just stupid. I'm not good at school. I'm always behind on the material. All the kids catching up things very fast. I'm just stupid. That's it. Not for me. And growing like this and going through most of my life, my young life, thinking that I can only, do manual labor. I was working bunch of jobs, cleaning dishes, constructions, everything, whatever, installing windows, everything you can imagine. I was doing in bakeries. So many things start coming into my memory now, the jobs I was doing, but I could never even think about an office job. For me, was only smart people can be doing this kind of job. Only unique people that can get to that level. So for me, I was looking at this as a bar that you cannot reach and not even dreaming about it, because I'm not allowed to dream there. But I changed another country and came to Canada, new language. And then I said, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to go to school and see what can happen. And I finished with my marks were above 91 in the total. So I've graduated with honors.
The student of the year.
Wow, crazy. And I started working in an office. And I did all of this thing, and I realized that people that are working in the office, they're by far not the smartest people. There are
if you are working in the office, don't feel like we are.
Hey, I also worked in the office, so but I was thinking that it's like some next level people that I am so far from there. So there's no limit what you can reach when you want. With all the fear that I had, with all the doubts, with all everything, when I set my mind and I decided I'm going to be reaching these goals and I'm going to improve in these skills, I made it. I did it from zero to office job. I don't know if that's a hero, but it's an office job.
All of this we have been talking and sharing with you. You're like, sounds good, but I'm not good with all of this stuff. Like, all of this stuff sounds so complicated, and you need to have all this commitment and self-discipline and all this
terrible
willpower
stuff.
and all of that sounds that is only for, they're big words for only people like Will Smith or The Rock, like all
You
this.
know those people?
Yeah, I know them.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And they talk about willpower and self-discipline, and you think, that's not for me, you guys. I'm a simple person here, and that doesn't sound good, like close to me. But what we want to tell you, if you have been thinking like that, like, you know what, I'm not good with money, I'm not good with all this stuff that you need to do, I want to talk to you, and we want to talk to you, and we want to tell you that you have everything you need to do what you need to do. Like
That's
you
right.
came to this world with everything you need. Everything is there for you. And all these skills, you have to develop them. You just don't come one day as a baby and say, oh, I'm
gonna go run marathon.
yeah, I'm the best self-disciplined baby ever. No, you, with the time you develop that because you have some vision, some ideas, some goals, and you say, well, I need to commit myself to do some certain things. You don't come to this world with all these abilities. We all have the power to develop these skills. It's something that everyone can learn. So you have all the power you need. You have everything you need.
It's like a little muscle that you need to slowly work it until it gets easier and easier, and then you're like, oh wow, my willpower is really having power now. Like I can say no to things. I can be like, hey, I'm disciplined. I said I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I said I'm not gonna eat this donut. Well, maybe I'll eat this donut, but I'm not gonna spend that money. whatever it is you need more discipline in, you can do it. It's just time.
Yes. And that's the thing, that we grew up believing that all of this stuff is only for special people that have special backgrounds or have some special powers. And we grew up thinking like that because that's what we see around. That's what we see in school. That's what we see with our families, that the ones that have connections can get to better jobs. The ones that have money can get to better education. That's in my case, when I grew up, the education in Chile is super different. If you go to public school, you are going down the hill right away. if you have money and pay for education, then all the doors are open for you. And it's super sad, but that was the reality and still is the reality there. And if you have a special last name, also, you have more, the doors are open for you and things like that. You grew up thinking that only special people can go through special things. All this beautiful life that you see on the movies only is for special people. And it's not only about money. We're not talking just money here. It applies for everything. Everything that you believe that you are not good with, you can learn it. We believe that, and we learn it that it's like that. We have proofs that yes, you can do it that way. You can develop skills. You can create your life. And that's what we want to tell you. You have everything you need. I also grew up thinking that I was not enough. But I never thought like this way, I'm not enough. You just grow up in an environment that tells you that you're supposed to look, behave, talk in a certain way to succeed. So I was shorter than the average. I was darker than the average. I had a middle name, last name that was considered kind of lower class.
Yes.
So everything was against me. And then I was wearing glasses and I was wearing braces. Braces? This called?
Yeah.
So, I was not the best.
The most popular girl in the world.
So I was not made for success, if you think that way, if you consider that. So for me, the only way to succeed was studying. I always loved to learn and study, and that's how I got to a better life, kind of. To get the respect from other people, to feel important, that I will have a degree and then I will be somebody. So my parents always were telling me, you have to be somebody. And I was like, who I had to be?
I am somebody, no?
I'm somebody. And I grew up trying to get to that somebody level that nobody knew who was that level, until I got to, I achieved everything, and I said, this is not what I want. I hate being in the office. I hate to sit in the cubicle. I hate what I'm doing. Like I love to be creative and kind of artistic. And this is just so repetitive. I can't repeat my work all the time. And my degree was like, everyone was saying, why you are, I was working in a bank. So everyone was, wow, this is the best of the best that you could overachieve. Don't never quit your job because that's kind of the job of the dream. And I hate it. And I quit it. I cry, all this stuff. But you know, when you make decisions, something else comes. And thanks to all my hard work, I got a scholarship to go to Canada. And there is where I met him. So from one side, you say, okay, I will quit, I will change my life, I don't know what will happen with myself, but you know, some doors open when you decide to do something different. And that's how life happens. Regular people are doing extraordinary things. I never thought I would learn English. I had super good marks in everything, and English was like
the worst.
Awful. I couldn't learn any language. I tried to learn French, also awful. I couldn't, because I have some issues with I'm so shy that I couldn't speak. And now I'm speaking to you on this camera, wherever you are watching now, and something that I thought I was not capable of. I was thinking that I was not made for that. And I realized, and it took me years, all my life, to realize that the life that we are living is like something that everyone is trying to get to somewhere. Everyone is trying to be somebody, but nobody is saying, okay, I am somebody. I am capable to do whatever I want if I set my mind to what I want. And we are trying to achieve someone else's goal. Whoever told you that this is the best way to do, you just follow it. Or
she means your parents, usually.
Yeah, your parents tell you, yeah, you had to get a degree, you had to get a job, have babies, get married, then pay your bills. And because your parents also were told that way. But once you start thinking of what you want and what do you believe, what is your vision, what is your dream, then you start thinking, maybe it will not be that hard. And then you try a little bit, and then it doesn't feel that hard of a commitment, because commitment, you don't need to feel like it's, I need to suffer and be have this willpower, because you are building your dream. You are not working for someone else's dream. You are working for your own vision. And once you do that, the willpower, the self-discipline, all this commitment that you need doesn't look nothing like a big word, like Will Smith kind of words, right? So that's the thing.
Yeah, and I want to read for you just short thing what Steve Jobs said. A lot of you probably read it before, but just as a reminder. So what he's saying, everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it, you can influence it. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. And this is talk about so many about us. Her example, my example, that I was sure that we are nobody, that we're starting at the zero and we're gonna end up at the same level. But just when you start and you step by step and you realize you can do so much more.
Yeah.
if you stick to it, if you try, and everything looks very scary. Like she said, like Kate said, that her fear is talking in front of people. I didn't
I'm
realize
so scared.
I didn't realize I have that fear until I started talking to the camera and to you, my friend. I didn't know that I have that fear too.
Please give me some hearts or thumbs up, because that was a big fear, and I knew it. He didn't know it.
But I realized it very quickly, because when the camera turned on, I was like, holy smokes, what am I doing now? I start sweating and panicking and shaking. But hey, it was hard first time, second time, third. Still, we are nervous. It's still not easy every time to go live and talk about whatever it is. But it's get easier. Every time it's get easier, because we exercise this muscle constantly, and it's not that hard. And now, before I was just thinking, oh no, I have to go live, I don't want to be doing it. Now I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with money. When you start learning, the most important is just start. It is scary. It is very scary to look at all these negatives. I have that here, I have that there. Even if you don't have that, but you're thinking, I need to start saving.
And
How
it
do I
looks
invest
so far
money?
away, like all these goals, impossible goals.
Yeah. But when you start doing it, it's not that terrible, not that scary. First time, second time, third time, you like riding a bicycle. So that's what we want to kind of tell you and make you think about it, kind of slap you and say, wake up and start. Yeah. Love slap. Come on, just move, just do this first step. Yeah, like a small story what my sister did to me about how I learned to swim. So I was 11, 10 years old, whatever it was, maybe even 9. I did not know how to swim. And my sister was like, okay, you're already so old, you need to know how to swim. And we were walking by the pool in the summertime, and she just pushed me in a deep water. I'm still alive, so you know what happened. I learned how to swim very fast. Screaming a lot at my sister after that, but I learned. And it was very fearful, and I'm not telling you do that. But,
No.
but just step by step, and the fear will be gone, and you will be saving, and you will be having a lot of money, and you will be a happier person.
Yep.